Good evening. My name's Lisa Wheeler. I'm Vice President of Finance and Operations, and I have the pleasure tonight to introduce our faculty speaker. I don't know if Matt Dempsey knows this, he just got awarded as Distinguished Faculty Member. Well, the prize for doing that is you get to speak at next year's commencement. So a year ago, Rob Groneman, Professor of Music, received this honor. He's been in the music department since 2000. And maybe more importantly for all of you to know, he was a Normandale student earlier in his life. He was recognized, as I said, at last year's commencement ceremony as a distinguished faculty member. Like Matt, he was nominated by his students, selected by his colleagues, and cheered on by everyone. So join me in welcoming Professor Rob Groneman.
Now I know what the Beatles felt like. Dr. Wheeler, it's an honor to have this award and to give this address, and it's an honor to stand in front of all you. What a wonderful group, what a wonderful class, and thank you very much for all of your hard work. In 1950, William Faulkner was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. He was cited for his unique and powerful contributions to the American novel. His acceptance speech began, "I feel that this award was not made to me as a man, but to my work, a life's work in the agony and sweat of the human spirit, not for glory and least of all for profit, but to create something out of the materials of the human spirit, something which did not exist before." I understand this work he cites as the work we do to shape our community, country, and world. You all worked hard for your Normandale Awards, but going forward, your work will exist in a larger context. This will be your work. Make work that exists in some meaningful way for the greater good. Have work that helps us move forward as a community, people, and as a planet. Have work that you look forward to every time you lay to rest. Faulkner recognized the human spirit. Humans create. Many of you will shoulder the burden of creative work. In the act of creativity, sometimes we struggle to find the wisdom to know the difference between desire and necessity. Believe in your training. Every course at Normandale is founded in critical thinking. Critical thinking allows us to temper the irrational side of the human spirit. It focuses us, directs us. It allows us to use the human spirit as a guide in the process of creating. Finally, to create something out of nothing. To this point, there's little I can say. How can I give you advice on doing nothing? But humanity depends on the creative work of humans. Many of you will create. You will solve a problem where no solution immediately exists. Many of you will create something out of nothing, as Faulkner cited. Nursing creates. Health sciences create. STEM creates. Sociology, archaeology, VacTech creates. Music, theater, and art, they all create. Normandale creates. You will create the next chapter in our civilization. Do not fear the variables in your work. Try to understand them, mitigate them, and know that you may not be able to control them. Graduating class of 2019, seek opportunities to do your work. Let your education guide you in your work. Your work will be illuminated in the light of your education. Poet W.B. Yeats wrote, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. May your fire illuminate our world." Thank you.